I'm going to be doing the highly anticipated review and first look of 3 looks with the limited edition Vice 4 palette. Yay! I am in love with this palette already, but just not get ahead of ourselves. So the Vice comes out every year around September, October, and it's usually, it's always limited edition, and it comes with a ton of shadows, most of which are all new to Urban Decay. You can't buy them individually, and they're exclusive to that palette, which is nice, and you feel like you're getting something out of it. It is the pricier of their items that you can get, but I actually prefer these to getting the Naked palettes. I don't know why for me. I like the Naked Smoky, but the other ones just don't do it for me. But the Vice palettes, I've got one from last year and then this year, and I'm totally stoked about it. There was a lot of people disappointed about last year's design, and I kind of understand, but it was my first Vice, so I was like, I don't care, I love it. And I have used it, and I just can't get enough of it. I don't use it a lot on my channel because it was limited edition, and I'm afraid I don't want to be like, here's an eyeshadow palette that you need for this look, but you don't have it. So if you want to see that, let me know. For those of you that did get your hands on it, I will gladly show you some of my looks that I've come up with. And yeah, so let's just get into the review. So if you look at the box, it is gorgeous. The theme this year is an oil slick, so you can kind of see multicolors, jewel tones, totally in. Here's a little sample of the back. It comes with this really cute little bag, which keeps it safe when you're traveling, or you can just use this for makeup brushes or an iPad mini, I've been told. So opening the palette is just a really experience. So here is the palette. It comes with a giant mirror like the other ones have, and it comes with a brush, a fluffy end, and a flatter end, so you can lay down color and then blend it out nicely. Here's the palette and the gorgeous colors. They are beautiful, and again, I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to swatch the lightest shade, the darkest shade, and the most chunky glittery shade. And then if you want a full swatch of all of these, I will link an Instagram post below. Yeah, for my review, I just like to see if I like the formula, and that's my rule of thumb. I swatch the lightest, the darkest, and the most chunky or glitterier shade in a palette wherever I'm at, and generally if I like those 3, then the rest of the formulas in the shades are typically good to go. Not always a science, but that's my general go-to method. So the lightest shade from what I can tell is this shade here, which is Discreet. It seems either Discreet or Bones. They're both kind of light, but I'll just do Discreet because that's how it's picking up. It may not be picking up the same on camera. So swatching Discreet, and then the darkest shade to me looks like this one here, which is Deadbeat, which is almost like a black with some glittery micro glitters. And then the chunkiest one looks like Arctic to me. You can see the glitters from here, so I'll be swatching those 3. So this is Discreet. Awesome formula, great pigmentation. It showed up quite nicely. Pale gray shade almost. It would be good for a transition or blending shade. And then the darkest shade is Deadbeat. Ooh. And that is intense. It does have more of a sheen to it, so if you are wanting to use black eyeshadows, I recommend those with a little bit of a sheen. Sometimes the super pitch black matte shades can be really unforgiving, so this has a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's also, it would be good to smoke out your look. And then I'll swatch Arctic for my glittery chunky test to see how much fallout we may have, and this is beautiful, so buttery. There isn't a whole lot of fallout like the other palettes. I felt like had a little bit more. This whole eye look is just this palette, and so as you can see using it, there is a little bit of kick up to it. They are soft, but they do give that metallic-y kind of feel. But yeah, great pigmentation, long lasting. I can't get enough. I can't wait to do more looks with this. So I hope that you are inspired or encouraged. So this kind of reminds me of autumn, and I kind of did a little bit of a sandwich with the dark shades on the inner and the outer corner, just for something different and more dimension. But yeah, I think they turned out gorgeous, and I love the color Flame, which is on my lid, which is giving that nice metallic intense sheen. So yeah, overall, I think the palette is a great buy. I love it. So comparing it to the Vice 3, which I got last year, so here was the Vice 3 and here is the Vice 4. They are different. I see some shades that look similar, but yeah, I'm excited that they both have a mixture of matte and shimmer and chunky glitter and smoky shades, but they have some blending and transition shades. Those are so important with looks like this. Yeah, those are the two side by side. I think this one's a little bit more vibrant, and I think that the new formula of eyeshadow is amazing. So give it a try. Even if you didn't like this one, you probably will like this one. Honestly, I'm starting to like this one a little bit more. The formula is a little better, and that's my input on the new Vice 4. It is limited edition, like I've said a billion times. So if you like what you see, go ahead and grab it. If you're interested in getting this look that I've got going on right now, just keep watching. And then it'll be 1 of 3, so be looking for 2 more in future videos. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Like if you like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hey guys, so I'm going to start out priming my eyes with MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW15. You know the drill. Now taking the Vice 3 palette, Vice 4. I'm going to be doing that this whole time, I can already tell. And a Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. I'm going to take some framed and put that all over my eyelid and windshield wiper motions just to set the base and make a good setup for the transition colors that we'll be going in with. But yeah. Now taking an E35, I'm going to go in with that really pretty burnt orange color in Bitter. It's kind of like a rust matte shade. And put that right in the crease and keep that right to the outer V and crease of my eye and blend that back and forth to the inner and the outer corners. Now taking an E55 eye shader brush by Sigma, I'm going to take Delete, which is a nice dark brown shade, and the darker you go with the shades, the more to the crease and the outer V that you want to keep the shades. So I'm going to keep that to the outer V, and then with a little less product, I'll sweep that towards the inner corner of my eye. Same thing with this eye. We'll start with the outer V, keep it kind of low, close to the lash line, and then blend it upwards in the crease, and then a little bit towards the inner corner. Now taking my ring finger in the shade Flame, which is one of my favorites in this palette. It's very pigmented. And I'm going to dab that on the lid of my eye and just kind of wipe that right just on the lid. And more towards the middle. I'm going to actually do a sandwich look with this eye. So we're going to be doing darker on the inner and the outer corner. And then I'm going to take a MAC 242 brush, which is a flat brush. And I'm going to take more Flame, that orange shade, and really pack that on once we have put it on with our finger, and then I like to blend it out with the brush to kind of blend it into the darker shades that we have. Now taking the Morphe pencil brush, I'm going to go back in with Bitter, that rushed shade, and I'm going to start the gradual effect with the inner corner now. So I'm going to do the same thing I did with the outer corner, but on the inner. This just gives it a really nice dimensional look that I don't do too often on my channel, but I love it. It's almost kind of like a halo eyes type of look. Then taking that same pencil brush, go in with that darker shade Delete, and I go in with a little bit of a product and then blend that out in the inner V, inner corner of the eye, and then go in with more and kind of layer that out. But as you can see, it just kind of creates a really unique shadowing effect with the eyes that I'm really into right now. Then I'm going to take whatever's left over and not adding too much more and put that in the crease. Then I'm going to re-emphasize the shadowing and the highlighting with Delete and Flame like I've been doing, just to kind of keep that intensity increasing. So you don't want to go in with a ton of dark shades or it kind of gets muddy and you can't really control it. Now I'm going to take Flame again and pack that on the lid to re-emphasize where we kind of darkened up. And again, clean that up with the 242 by MAC brush. And I like to sweep that like from top to bottom of the lid, and then a little bit side to side to blend that into the crease. Now taking a fluffy E25 or E35 by Sigma with nothing much on it and just kind of blending that out into our crease so we don't have any harsh lines. Now I'm going to take this new eyeliner, I think it's by L'Oreal, I'm not sure, I'll put it down below. It's this new felt tip liner, I'm in love with it. It's very black and stays on pretty well most of the day. Then taking another new plumping mascara, I will also link it down below. I don't have it in front of me at this time, but I believe it's the new Mega Plump by Maybelline or L'Oreal, one of the two. I always buy I think it's probably Maybelline, but we'll see. I'll put it down below with the link where you can find it. So we're nearing the end of our eyes. Now taking a flat E55 brush, or any kind of flat tapered brush you have, or a pencil brush. You could also use a pencil brush too. I just kind of grabbed whatever I had available. Normally I use a pencil. You can just do a little bit of bitter and delete on the lower lash line. I think I'm gonna call this like my pumpkin spice latte eyes, even though I actually think I'm the only white girl that doesn't like pumpkin spice lattes. I actually like love the salted caramel hot chocolates. That's my go-to holiday fave at Starbucks.